So here it is on the new old camera that I had before, but now have acquired once again. So I'm filming on the Panasonic G7, and this is the first vlog on it, and I'm happy about it. I really like this camera a lot, actually. I was going to try to save up for like a G85, something with in-body image stabilization, but the unfortunate part is that there is some YouTuber at some point recently who has made these cameras again expensive. And it's not necessarily the YouTuber's fault, and I mean, can't really name any of them because there's a whole bunch of them. But with everything going on and being a recession, whether people want to call it that or not, people are buying out tech stuff pretty quick. And with that, I mean, you've seen the cost of RAM for computers going up. The same thing happens with the cost of cameras. People, I mean, RAM for specifically AI, and then there's other stuff going on for like hobbies. So hobbies are going to become more expensive because people are trying to get out and do stuff. But they don't know where to start, so they start where any YouTuber tells them to start. Simple as that. But today I am going to adventure around Westgate Park because there is a rec center and it's just a big old sports plaza. That's pretty much all it is. Just a big sports plaza with a whole bunch of stuff that I could potentially do. The biggest issue is, for me right now, I was going to warm up on these tables, but these tables are not steady. So I need to find somewhere else that's like low maintenance stable just to kind of do some stuff on. I'm also going to start treating every session like it's a filming session again, because I feel like getting ready to do like a big video kind of gets me more focused on training. I think it's mostly just because that's exactly how I used to train back in the day. So it's just one of those things. I'm also trying to be more comfortable. I mean, I don't have headphones on. Usually I have headphones on when I'm vlogging. I'm just trying to be more comfortable walking around and filming, because at the end of the day, I don't think really anyone cares. Like, they'll all mind their own business. Sometimes people will be like, you know. But yeah, this, I sold my Canon M50, which was usually the contender for either, like, beginner vlogger cameras, was the M50 and this camera. I chose this camera because it looks more professional, and I like the colors and handling better. The M50 has better slow motion, better looking stabilization, better autofocus, but I like this one. This is my favorite one, so I got it. And it was a Facebook Marketplace steal. Only $200 for this, and then $50 for a cinema lens, or a cinematic looking lens. I wouldn't call it a cinema lens. But yeah, that's pretty much like the biggest thing, is I'm gonna treat everything like a filming session, and I'm gonna have fun filming it. So right now we're gonna warm up on these weird bike things. This is like the strangest little bike, like, sculptures, but it's kind of fun. I'm also going to try and make it so that I have to fix my brain, and I have to realize not every parkour video has to be like it was back in the day, whereas like the biggest tricks, the most dangerous stuff, the highest jumps, stuff like that, like, times have changed, and it's just about being creative and who you are. So I have to get used to that. My lines don't have to be structured exactly the same way as they used to way back in the day, but it's one of those things that you just kind of have to get your mind over. Does that look cool? Probably not. Alright, that's line 1 done. It's not fast and it's not fancy. I kind of sped through the process on accident. I was just kind of feeling in the zone, like to figure out what move is next. I don't look great on camera, and I think that's one thing that's stopping me, because I am very big right now. Between just stress, it being 120 degrees, at least it feels like that's like the feel like temperature, and all just because because I'm like out of shape as well. None of that helps. But it's not a fast line, it's not a very fancy line, but it was a line, and I'm happy with that. In my mind, while I'm watching it back, I'm like, this doesn't have to be for my big video. I can just keep doing these small lines until I'm ready to push myself for the big video. And I think that's gonna help, because I want to make a video that's like, oh, here are the lines that I did working up to that. Like, why not? Like, instead of doing the reverse vault to roll, what if I eventually can do like a good side flip off of this and then roll? But just stuff like that. And then the entrance to the last move, I honestly don't know how to make that any better. But it's just kind of fun. It's one of those things where it's just like, I'm having fun, so why does it matter? And with that fun, I should realize, hey, you should go out and do more. I always think that, and then I get like some crazy body pains, and I don't know if it's just mental or not, but I start getting these body pains and these like hold on, let me fix that. Like, just in general body pains, and like I feel sick sometimes, and it just makes me like not motivated to leave. But honestly, it shouldn't always have to be about like the biggest move or doing flips or this or that. It's stuck in my head, and I can't seem to like fix that ideology, because I was at a decent level at the time. So coming back to being like basically like almost day one, it's like year one, it's always just so taxing on my mental. But I should be okay. I should just go out and do it until I become as good as I once was. It's just something that is mental. And I commend people who have to go through physical therapy after like paralyzation or stuff like that, because they have to overcome this at a deeper level than I do, and I'm just kind of being a bitch about it. So I should probably just get over it, But this area is done. I'm gonna go walk around and try and find a different area that I can just have fun with, Nothing too serious, nothing too heavy. There is this rock over here. It's like super... whatever, you can't see it. For some reason, my exposure's not changing. There's a rock over there. Might be a perfect step up. So I'm gonna go check that out. So unfortunately, the rock is actually very like sharp angled. Like, if I were to put my foot on it, I guess that's not awful. Maybe if I had different shoes. These are very flat, and I took the insoles out of them just so that my foot could fit. But I like how on like one aspect I'm like, oh yeah, it's I don't really need to be doing flips and stuff like that. And then the other side of me is like, hey, look at that rock, you could probably do a flip off of it. So I think that's pretty funny. But I'm gonna walk. It's kind of a far walk, but that's okay. I'm gonna walk all the way to the soccer fields, and there's some green boxes that are not very high, because like let's turn this around. There's that one over there. That's like, there you go. That is like kind of high. Like, that's probably like shoulder height. That's not like too bad. That's not too bad, but it's not something I'm ready to do right now. So I am just gonna walk kind of all the way down and then just see kind of what's going on. There were kids at the playground that were pretty close to here. I'm not really a playground person anymore, and especially these ones around this area, for some reason they just don't really hit the same. So I'm not even gonna bother going to those. I mean, maybe I'll walk by, but they don't have anything like Colorado did, where like for some reason all Colorado parks are parkour parks in some regard. Like some of them have step ups, some of them have like cool architecture. These ones, they're just kind of steady and not doing a single thing. So yeah, just fun stuff to look out for. And I'm mostly just kind of rambling on because I wanted to see how this looks while walking and talking at the same time. So, but I'm getting some weird stares, which I think is kind of funny. I mean, just keep on talking, man. Just keep on going, keep on walking. But it's kind of nice that there's like this park specifically that people kind of come to work out at. I think it's kind of cool. And it shows that even people down in this area where it's like high obesity rates, like me, come to work out and they kind of just mind their own business. They do their own thing. It just feels more like Colorado home, you know? So, but all right, I'm gonna put this down and keep walking. One extremely funny thing I notice when I'm walking is like I haven't been outside for so long. I'm extremely like bright. Like I have no tan whatsoever. And that's a problem. That's kind of weird. Fancy this. Someone left the gates open. So don't mind if I do take a peek at these tables over here. Oh, that kid has little crutches in the statue. That's cool. Alright, let's see what's going on here. See, like, it's pretty cool looking. Like, seeing, like, these poles and, like, this little building. Like, this right here is the closest thing that we have to similar architecture when it comes to, like, the stuff that I'm used to training on. And, you know, you're probably used to me saying all that kind of stuff, but I'm so used to training where I grew up that coming to a different place that seems so sparse of spots is difficult for me. Because I'm not a tricker, and the grass is not very good. But then I come over here to, like, a big park and a playground, and this is kind of all they got. Like, the playground over there might have something, but that's only if I'm, like, really into playground type training, which I'm not. But I mean, I guess I could try and get some stuff done here. Some fun stuff, at least. I have to be thankful in some regard, at least. At least with everything else that happens, at least tables are like a universal thing. Like, this is why I like the autofocus. Like, regardless of where you are, picnics do happen, and picnic tables do exist. The quality of which the picnic tables are do vary place to place, and sometimes they're bolted down, sometimes they're not. These ones, let's see if I could... that doesn't really affect as much as I thought it would. These ones, they're a little wobbly. But you know what? By God, they'll get the job done. So, I'm okay with that. Let's do some precisions.
know the front gate's open, but you're not allowed in here.
Oh, okay.
The only reason it's open because we're in here working.
Okay.
So.
Alright, well, I'll move on here in like 5, just catch my breath. Gonna do the jump one more time and then I'll head out. Deal?
Okay, as long as you don't jump on top of the table here. So you're not supposed to be on top of the table either.
Where's the rule on that one?
Well, they don't want people on top of the table with their feet. Because that would get that. But we have to come in, clean it, pressure wash it, and everything else too. So.
Yeah. All right. I'll wipe it off and then I'll get out of here.
All right.
All right. Just give it one more shot because they don't want me to be jumping on the tables, and they say that the gate being open doesn't mean that people are supposed to be here. Make it make sense. Close enough. There you go. Don't even have to pressure wash it. Well, slightly annoying, but not the first time I've been like kicked off of a place in this area. So that's another thing, is I don't think they quite understand what parkour is. Just because I don't think anyone in the area has ever really done it before, considering there's shit here to do. But they're like, oh, we can't have you jumping on the tables because your feet are gonna get on them. And my feet are cleaner than the tables are. Like, those tables are musty. And apparently this gate being completely open doesn't mean a damn thing. Which, okay, I guess. Close it if I'm not supposed to be there. There's no park hours are from sunrise to sunset unless there's a scheduled event. Let's see what's over here. Well, according to the sign, I can't even get in trouble. I'm looking at it. Hey, let's read it together. Park hours, sunrise to sunset. That's the sun. City of Dothan parks are smoke-free. I'm not smoking. Alcoholic beverages I don't drink. Designated motor vehicles in designated areas only. I'm not driving. No pets. Just me soliciting, not selling anything. After the park is closed, gate is open. Glass containers are prohibited. Not drinking. No loitering. I'm not hanging around. I'm just doing park stuff in the open gate. And no air horns. So, I don't know. Seems to me like they're full of shit. And then just for recording's sake, gate totally open. I haven't touched it. I'm walking through. This is a smoke-free facility. And I think, let's check these rules on this sign. No parking. Okay. So, I should be okay to be here. I mean, they left the gate open. So we'll find out. Let's go check out this green box. Unfortunately, it looks like maybe the ground by it is unstable. Like, kind of like dippy and wavy. But it could just be the grass. If not, this looks like it could be a fun little spot. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad, actually. That's pretty good. The grass right here looks shaggy. I wonder if it's turf. Yeah, that definitely is turf. That's turf grass. But with this trash can, this fence, this pole, and this green box, here's a fair amount to do. I'm going to take a picture of it on my phone so that I can kind of think of ideas here. Because all the ones that I have, I probably can't do right now. I mean, I could probably running jump over the fence. Maybe I'll do that. That sounds fun. Although that fence is locked, I might get shot. I might get shot for that. Yeah, that should be fun. 1, 2, So interestingly embarrassing and telling of how I am right now in my current state is I actually just pulled my heel getting ready to sprint for this jump because I put so much like push into my second step, which was wrong, by the way. So for now, I'm done. That was interesting though. Like, it doesn't feel like an Achilles thing. It's actually on the side of my heel right here, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's all right. For some reason, that jump was kind of scary anyway. So I'm just gonna pack up and continue walking. I'm gonna figure out what that heel thing is. I'm gonna Google it a bunch and kind of see what's going on, and I'll talk to the camera again. All right, it is only a day later, and like that pull on my heel seems to not really be on my heel anymore, which is good. I was walking around the same day. It was like annoying, but it wasn't like too painful to walk, so not too bad. But a day later, I can feel it like all the way up my calf muscle, which again still isn't that bad, so I'm not too worried about it. I think I maybe just strained it a little bit, worked it a little too hard in one day, which is fine. I mean, I am a little bigger. This is diet. I'm gonna pay for it, don't worry. But I am a little heavier, which is like not unfair to say. And kind of pushing that sprint is definitely something that seems to be out of my realm of doing right now. So it's not that big of an issue, especially because I think my body's strong enough from prior training and stuff like that to keep itself relatively safe from harm. Obviously it's not perfect and foolproof, and it's definitely going to require more training in general, but interesting. But it is one of those things that it's like, yeah, it sucks, but it's not that bad. Let's check. It's supposed to be raining, apparently. Nope, no rain. But it's not even that chilly. Apparently, within tomorrow and I guess today and tomorrow, there's supposed to be a wind chill warning. So whatever. But back to what I was saying. Just need to train more. I think that's all it comes down to. Is it's not the biggest of deals as long as I keep moving safely. Obviously, don't push myself like to try and sprint every single time, but don't stay static and do nothing at the same time. So there's like a weird in between with those two, and it's kind of a pain in the ass because I want to move around a lot and do a lot of stuff, but I'm at the limitations of my body and my motivation, which both seem to waver a lot. So that's fun. But yeah, that's kind of the update. The summit back up is heel pull, not super serious, but definitely straining. Made my whole leg sore. My entire body's sore, but this one is specifically sore in a tendon band, and you can tell. So train more, get stronger, don't push so hard, but keep pushing at the same time. So kind of in the middle.